Yes, Prajwal, how are you?
I'm fine, and what about you?
Yes, I'm great. So, your today's speaking test will be recorded. Are you
Okay.
comfortable for that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you absolutely ready for that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Yes, let's start. May I know your full name?
I am Prajwal Singh, but you can call me Prajwal.
Okay, where do you come from?
I belong to Saharanpur, which is situated in Uttar Pradesh, that is located in the northern part of India.
Okay, Prajwal, now I would like to ask a few questions related to the topic puzzles.
Okay.
Did you do puzzles in your childhood?
Well, yes, I do a lot of puzzles in my childhood, as it helps me to make my mind a creative mind and always helps me to stay a creative person.
When do you do puzzles? During your trip or when you feel bored?
Well, as I remember, I most of the time I solve puzzles whenever I got bored, as it's the best time saver for me, or the time user for me.
Okay, do you think it is good for older people to do puzzles?
Definitely, yes. It's a great it's a great choice for older people to solve puzzles, as it helps them to enhance their memory power.
Okay. Yes, let's move to the other topic, which is related to collecting things. Prajwal, do you collect things?
Not really, but in my childhood I used to do that. As I remember, in my childhood I used to collect ancient coins.
Would you keep old things for a long time?
Definitely, I keep old things for a long time, as sometimes I got too emotionally attached to a thing, so I try to keep it as long as I can.
Okay. Where do you usually keep things you need?
Most of the time, I keep the things that I require in my shelf so that I can easily find them.
All right. So I'll ask one more topic, that is related to pets and animals. What's your favorite animal and why?
My favorite animal is dog, as I like it's very loyal to the human, and it's serve as the best friend of a human.
What is the most popular animal in your country?
From my point of view, I think most popular animal in my country is tiger, as it's also our national animal. So I think that's the most popular all around the country.
And where do you prefer to keep your pet, indoors or outdoors?
I generally prefer to keep the pet indoor, as I love to play them inside the house moreover than the outside.
Live with them. Have you ever had a pet before?
Not really, but I wish to, as I always wanted to keep dog as my pet, but right now my parents are not allowing that.
Okay. So Prajwal, this is the end of part 1. Now moving to part 2. And I would like to ask cue card number 1.
Okay.
Okay. So cue card is: describe an English class or lesson that you enjoyed.
Okay.
And the bullet points, you want this?
Yes, ma'am. What are the bullet points, ma'am?
Bullet points are: what was taught in the class, when did you take the class, where it was, what did the teacher do that made you enjoy it. Prajwal, time's up.
Yes, ma'am.
Please start speaking.
Learning is a lifelong process that begins from the birth of an individual and carried out till the death of an individual. Although I have attended numerous sessions in my life, but today I would like to talk about a session which I admire the most, as it's the English session which I attend in the summer holidays of my school. As I remember, that was the time of my 11th class, there was a friend of mine, his name is Rohit. He suggested me to take the English seminar. At first, I think that it's not very beneficial for me, as I don't like to study a lot in the subject English. But when he convinced me a lot, I think I should give it a try. So at that moment, I joined that summer camp. Uh, at first, I have a very boring picture of summer camp in my mind, as I was thinking that the teacher would be very bored and she will definitely gonna bore us and I will not take it class anymore. But when I met her, I got surprised, as she is really very amazing. She taught us in a very beautiful way. She also gave us some tips to remember the grammar and also enhance our lexical resource. That is very important to gain a command on any language. So when she taught us with a very surprising way, I got astonished by her teaching style. At that moment, I admire her the most, that she is the best teacher that I have ever met. After that summer camp, I also try to reach to that teacher so that I can also talk to her, and she talks me in a very comfortable, she makes me feel very comfortable around her and talks me in a very polite way, and also try to clear all my doubts. At that moment, I feel that she was really a very nice teacher, and our school should also appoint her as our teacher. After some time, I also wrote a letter to principal that they should also appoint it, and they also admire my opinion. So that was the uplifting experience that I attempt at that moment. And if I forget about, and if I didn't attempt the seminar, I will definitely gonna regret it. So that was the most uplifting experience of my life.
Okay. So Prajwal, you made few mistakes in that because your bullet point was in past tense.
Okay.
Right? You were saying I attempted. Your friend not convince, it should be convinced. My friend convinced me, and my teacher talks to me very politely and all that you were saying.
Yes, ma'am.
So that the sentence should be like that. My teacher used to talk me. Used to talk me. मतलब मेरे साथ इस तरह से बात किया करती थी.
Okay.
ठीक है, जब भी पास्ट की बात करेंगे तो हम used to लगाएंगे उसमें.
Okay.
Used to talk to me.
Used to talk to me in a very polite way.
Yes. And where is your idiom? You haven't used, no?
Yes, but in my mind, I was thinking about that my happiness was over the moon when I attempted that session.
But you forgot. Why?
Yes, ma'am.
Because you didn't apply that formula which I always suggested to my students. I always suggest you have to make like this. Idiom should be in the center of the circle, so that you can apply that, है ना?
Okay.
And it's not necessary to make an eye contact with the examiner, especially in cue card.
Okay.
So आप आराम से अपने क्यू कार्ड की तरफ जो भी आपने प्रिपेयर किया आप उसे देख सकते हो. You have to make the points like this. You have to cover up all the bullet points like this. And idiom को यहाँ सेंटर में लिखोगे तो आपको याद रहेगा ना कि मेरे को idiom भी add on करना. Okay. So let's move to part 3. What are the benefits to learning a foreign language?
Well, there are numerous benefits of learning a foreign language, as if an individual has a good command on any foreign language, his gates of numerous opportunities get opened, and he can also help himself out in if he study abroad.
Okay. Will computers replace foreign language teachers in the future?
Not really, as we know technology is advancing day by day, but it's hard to say that computer will replace the physical teacher who teaches us, as students require a physical teacher in their class.
What are the benefits of being a foreign language teacher?
There are numerous benefits of being a foreign language teacher, as if a person knew a foreign language and he has a good command over it, he can easily get a beautiful job with a handsome salary.
Is grammar the most difficult part about learning a foreign language?
Obviously, yes. Grammar is considered as the backbone of any language, so it's considered as most difficult part of learning any language.
So basically you have to elaborate your answer.
Okay.
Okay, there should be 4 to 5 sentences minimum in part 3.
Okay, ma'am.
Try to elaborate. Okay, do you think grammar is important in language learning?
Well,
Same question.
Okay. Obviously, yes. It's important for learning any language, as grammar is considered as the backbone of any language. So, if you have a good command over grammar, it's highly possible that you will definitely have a good command over a language.
Try to avoid you.
Okay.
You is directly indicating to
Single
the
person.
examiner.
Okay.
Okay. So that's it for today.
Okay, ma'am.
And I would like to give you 6.5 bands.
Thank you. Ma'am.
Your fluency and pronunciation is good, right? Grammar you were just lacking in part 2. Otherwise it's all good. And CC, coherence and cohesion, that is not off track. Whatever I am asking to you, you are directly giving the answers of that.
Okay.
And lexical resource is also fantabulous, I can say.
Thank you, ma'am.
You just have to work on like if the bullet points are provided to you in past tense, you just have to give the answers in past. Just practice on that and avoid using the repetition. ठीक है, repetition of sentences. Somewhere I'm finding this.
Okay,
कि
ma'am.
सेंटेंस एक जो निकल गया मुंह से बस वही आपने कंप्लीट करना है उसको, ठीक है? अपने आप को करेक्ट नहीं करना एंड सेंटेंस को रिपीट नहीं करना.
Okay, ma'am.
So that's it.
Thank you, ma'am.